to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture too. I'm happy to be here with you today to speak Ojibwe. Waindom G-A-I-on Homanungun in English means I'm happy to be here today. That's all I wanted to say in Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. Hoka hey. Nice entrance. You like that? Yeah, the teleportation entrance. Hello. And BOOZHOO. Welcome to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am NANABOOZHOO. This is Natasha. Ikadon BOOZHOO, Weenie Moo Shane. Say hello, sweetheart. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. And over here, the rockstar cartoonist, Michael Lyons. Ikadon BOOZHOO, Nietzsche. Say hello, brother. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the show. And yeah, so nice to be back with the BOOZHOO crew. And a Siniwan, a Nong 69. Oh, wow. I think Wally Bear's got a new name. You think that's Wally Bear? Yeah, because I recognize the pentagram. How you doing, buddy? And Daniel Black is here. BOOZHOO, Daniel. How you doing, Daniel? And Diane Swope. Diane had a birthday yesterday. That's right. Happy birthday, Diane. Happy birthday, Diane. Minawana gozi dibishka. Minawana gozi dibishka. Minawana gozi dibishka. Ah. Minawana gozi Diane Swoop. Happy birthday. And Shelly Ham is here. Good morning. Mino Giga Jeb. Shelly's here, sweetie. Good morning, Shelly. Diane says, I'm sad, I'm mad, and I'm scared. Maybe I am just crazy. Oh, yeah, that's the title of our show today. Sad, mad, scared, or just plain crazy. Today, that's what I want to talk about. How do you know the difference? Ruby, how do you know the difference? Am I sad, mad, and scared? Or am I just plain crazy? What is crazy? That is Wally Bear. So, you want a dizzy? Crazy. Crazy for feeling so lonely. Maybe you're just lonely, you know. Crazy is, what was his name? Who's that? You always do that. I always think you're going to read my mind and give me the name. Dave Chappelle? Yeah, Dave Chappelle. Thank you. Dave Chappelle says, calling somebody crazy. Giwanadizzy. Giwanadizzy. If you want to say you're crazy, you drop the I. And you just say, Ni giwanadiz. Ni giwanadiz. You're crazy. But he said it's the worst thing you can call somebody. Worse than the N-word. because it's dismissive. Once you call somebody crazy, you don't even have to listen to that person. He's crazy. He's sick in the mind. Akosi inandum. Akosi inandum. He's sick in the mind. Well, what does that really mean? Crazy. I sometimes think that we call somebody crazy if we just don't understand them. You know? When you can't, like somebody will come up to you and say, hey, guess what? They faked a moon landing. And the person goes, you're crazy. Because they don't think you're stupid. They know you well enough to go, well, I know he's not dumb. He's not even that gullible. But he's not thinking straight. He doesn't believe we went to the moon. He thinks that all of outer space is fake. He thinks that somehow there's a huge conspiracy and they faked outer space. He's crazy. But it's just dismissive. It's because you can't. A lot of people call me crazy. No, that's not true. A few people called me crazy. Because they either want to dismiss me, like you don't really believe what you're saying, or your mind is so out of balance, so sick, so twisted, that you say this thing that I cannot agree with, I cannot wrap my head around. You're crazy. Whoops. That's the day of the week. But then when we come down to ourselves, like, okay, am I crazy? What do you mean by that? Am I not thinking straight? Lots of times when people are depressed or have anxiety, people say, oh, I'm crazy. They gave me my crazy pills. I got to take my antidepressants and then my anti-anxiety. They gave me some pills so I would be happy. And then your other buddy goes, what are you, crazy? You believe they can make pills that'll make you happy? No, you're crazy. But instead, I think we should be talking about in these terms. Ningush Gaindam. I'm sad. It's okay to be sad. Sometimes when you're sad, you can't think as effectively as when you're happy. In some ways. Sometimes when you're sad, your other skills, like when they say a blind person, their hearing gets enhanced. Yeah, is that true? Probably not. But they say that. Yeah. I think it's like that. When you're sad, some of your thinking will be inhibited, but other parts of your brain will actually be enhanced. A sad person can write a song really well. Or poetry. Sometimes a sad person can draw well. It doesn't mean you're just crazy or out of balance or your mind's not working straight. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just sad. Gosh, gaindam. A lot of people who are depressed, they're sad. You're grieving somebody. Gosh, gaindam moen, the language of sadness. Disappointment is sadness. You had your hopes up. You really like that girl. You really wanted stuff to work out. You wanted a white picket fence, the wife and kids, the blah, blah, blah. You had all these hopes and you're disappointed. She ran off with Chad from accounting. Now you're sad. Gosh, kingdom. But sometimes you're not really sad. Sometimes you're mad. That's what I think I was when I was depressed. I was actually mad. Really? Yeah. I just didn't know how to act and how to face that I was mad. I was fed up. I was disappointed that my hopes, my dreams weren't coming true. That life seemed kind of a unbearable struggle for survival and bore, and just we were slaves, And I wanted to be an artist and a musician. And as the years went by, I started to get more and more fed up. I was mad. Nishkadazi. Ninishkadaz. I am mad. I don't know why. I can't explain it because I'm not really an Ojibwe teacher. But when you say, so ni is me or mine. Gi with a G. Gi is you and yours. When you add that gi or ni to the nishkadazi, you got to drop the I, the last I for some reason. Ninishkadaz. I am mad. But when you're just talking about the word mad, you say ninishkadazi. Ninishkadazi. Yeah. But then, I hope you don't mind. I'm just sort of lecturing right now. No, go ahead. I'm just drinking my coffee. Okay. But then, there's Zagizi. 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 You're scared. People don't like to admit this. I've always been kind of surprised how easily people admit to having a panic attack, but they'll never admit to being scared. Yeah, I know. Panic attack sounds so, oh, I'm panicking. Yeah, exactly. A man should never have a panic attack. Oh, I was so scared, I panicked. Oh my. I thought it was a heart attack. But I was just having a panic attack. I was panicking. I was racing around the room. They always say that in those movies. House will be burning down. This is no time to panic. So when is the time to panic? Let me know and I can just start screaming and running around with my hair on fire. When my hair's on fire, can I panic then? Yeah, I think you can then. Zagizzy. You're scared. But scared, being zagizzy, that's what anxiety is really. Anxiety is being scared? Yeah. It's being neurotically worried about everything. You're like, I get this too. I go, what? What was that sound? Did my pipes just burst? What is that? Are there mice in the wall? Oh, is there somebody in the house? Did the gray aliens come down and are going to abduct me and probe me? Yeah. That's when you're scared. You're lying in bed and you hear something. And you're not sure, but you think, it could be a ghost. You never know. I was staying at my brother and sister-in-law's once, way back in the day. And they lived in this old haunted house. Raising their children in a haunted house. And they told us stories at night. So yeah, I think I saw a ghost a couple of weeks ago, And I come out here and stuff's moved around. I think we got a ghost in the house. Well, good night. And they went off to bed. And I'm sitting in the living room all by myself, trying to sleep on the couch. In what I'm now convinced is a haunted house. And so my eyes are closed, and I could just feel a face looking at me. But I was afraid to open my eyes. Yeah, you'd be afraid to see a ghost there. Yeah, I just pictured some old ghostly figure, And anything in ghost form is scary. I don't care if it's an old man or a little girl in pigtails and saddle shoes. You see a ghostly apparition of any of that, you're going to freak out. Remember that in 3 Men and a Baby? Oh, there's that little kid? Yeah, so creepy. When I was in college, here's a little story about being scared and being mad and being sad. I was thinking about this the other day. I got really low grades in college. I got really low grades in high school. I was like a C average student. And then in college, I graduated with like a 2.3 GPA. And basically, if you don't get at least a 2.0 GPA, you don't graduate at all. You can give them as many thousands of dollars you want, but if you can't get at least a C in most of the classes, you don't graduate. Luckily, I would get C's and D's in any of those classes where you had to take a test memorize something. You know, but anything creative, I was really good. So like the creative writing classes, screenwriting, short story, whatever. And even some of the English classes where you could just write an essay about something. So I kind of pulled my grade average up to 2.3 with the creative writing stuff. So anyway, so the college I went to had creative writing classes. And there was one of the teachers, his claim to fame, he claimed that he wrote a script, a screenplay, about 3 men and a baby. And a baby gets left on their doorstep. And these 3 cool guys all live together in a fancy apartment. And then they have comedic shenanigans. And then a year later, the movie 3 Men and a Baby come out. And my professor was all like, hey, I wrote that movie. Those guys stole my screenplay. And he wanted to take credit for the movie 3 Men and a Baby. Now, I really doubt that story. I think he made that up. I think he was a liar. But he was mad and sad because he wanted to make it in Hollywood. And he wrote this great screenplay called 3 Men and a Baby. And they just stole it from him. So says Professor What's-His-Face, who used to drink with the students. But anyway, in the movie 3 Men and a Baby, there's a scene where they pan the apartment or something, and there's a little boy standing in the window on the outside of this high-rise apartment. And they say that's the ghost of the little boy who died. And I'm all like, what's the name of that guitar player who his kid fell out the window? Eric Clapton? Yeah, Eric Clapton. I was like, what, did Eric Clapton, was he babysitting again? You know. So, anyway, but yeah, so you watch the movie, and some people will be like, oh no, that's not a ghost. That's a cardboard cutout of Ted Danson. It's like, no, right after that. Keep watching the movie. There's a scene, I should have pulled it up, and then I didn't know I was going to talk about this. But it is so scary, you'll feel scared. You see the little boy. 3 Men and a Baby. There's some good screenplay writing. Sad, mad, and scared. I tell you, I'm just sad, mad, and scared myself, sweetie. Are you? What are you sad about? Oh, you know, World War III. Yeah, is that bringing you down? No. Sorry, everyone. I'm very concerned. Just like I'm concerned about the pandemic and global warming and deforestation of the rainforest and equal rights for midgets. I'm concerned about all of it. I'm not just, blissfully unaware of current events. I care about this stuff. Did you know that there's a governor in some place who wants to make it illegal for you to transition your children into another gender? Only in the South, honey. Gosh, gained him. Anyway. I've decided I'm watching the news too much. Really? Yeah. Because that's how they get you. They want to keep you sad, mad, and scared. Like, anything you watch in the news. But you realize that you get to an age and it's always the same theme. I mean, just insert new names and faces and countries, but it always sums it up where Tucker Carlson or somebody at the end of the show is like, so this is America now? Can you believe this? What happened to us? We used to be a great country, and now this. Oh, tune in tomorrow night for more of our analysis on how the world's ending. But the years go by. Things happen and they go away. In 2001, can you believe it now? Terrorism. This is the new normal. You're going to have to live in fear. And then people get bored with it. And 20 years later, hey, can you believe this? there's a pandemic, and you're going to have to wear a mask and take experimental jabs, and there's going to be the end of the world. And life trips on. Can you believe it? Yeah, I believe it. Don't care. It's just a TV show to me. I'm sorry. I've become desensitized. No, but look. Yeah, I know. I'm sick of being scared and mad and sad. I'd rather be a blissful idiot. Ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss. Exactly right. So, if you guys like to join me in just some hardcore ignorance, come to the second day on BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. Nijo, Geisha good. It is the second day. No, it's not. It's Wednesday, isn't it? I don't even know what day it is. Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? No, it is Tuesday. We weren't on yesterday, so that threw me. I don't even know what day of the week it is. I don't care. Blissful ignorance, see? Who cares what day it is? What? I gotta go by the man's calendar? Calendar doesn't tell me what day it is. I tell that calendar what day it is. You know what time it is, sweetie? I don't know. I don't know either. Hey, John Redcorn's here. Well, BOOZHOO, John. Hey, John. I don't know. Shady Side Locust. BOOZHOO, my girl. How dare you start up in the middle of the Little House on the Prairie reruns. Go back to watching Little House on the Prairie. That's a better show than this. I'll tell you that much. You give me Michael Landon any day. Greatest actor ever. Got his start on Bonanza. Bum ba da bum ba da bum ba da bum ba da bum bum. Bum ba da bum ba da bum ba da bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Bum ba da bum ba da bum ba da bum ba da bum bum. Bum ba da bum ba da bum ba da bum 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 bum. Bonanza. Ah. They would just go over the top with their theme songs back in the day. Bonanza, starring Lauren Green. I always think of that 007 guy when I see Lauren Green. Oh yeah, Sean Connery? Yeah, Sean Connery. I think Sean Connery and Lauren Green were related or friends. They should have been friends. And there was Michael Landon, of course, Little Joe. They called him a Little Joe because he was the baby of the family. Later on, he would get married and move his kids out to Minnesota as Pa Ingalls. That's when you know you're a good dad. What's that? When you're so known for being a good dad that everybody calls you Pa. His real name was Charles. Yeah, it's Charles Ingalls, you guys. It's not Pa Ingalls, but everyone wanted him to be their pa. We all wanted a strong, masculine, but, handsome dad who would cry once in a while, but not over dumb things, like for his heart swelling with love. Charles Ingalls would shed a tear once in a while in the most respectful way. He didn't cry because he was scared, mad, and sad, no. And then he had a fat brother, Haas. Big old Haas. He could beat up anybody. He was a strong guy. And then there's the lady killer, Adam. What was his name? Adam Cartwright. Oh yeah, of course. Adam Cartwright. Haas, Adam, and Little Joe. And her papa, Lauren Green. I don't know why Lauren Green didn't have the same last name. Did they take their mom's name? Yeah, what is that? Do they all have different moms? Was Lauren Green just impregnating women along the way and killing them or something? What happened to their mom? I don't know. All those old shows are so weird. They just kill off the mom. You had Bonanza, no mom. The Andy Mayberry, Andy Griffith, no mom, single dad. Full House, you had those three pedophiles raising the kids and the twins. Full House, no mom. I don't like it. It makes me scared, sad, and mad. Where are the mothers? I think that was part of the programming. They're trying to normalize no moms. That was the beginning of the women's movement, like in the 60s and 70s. So all the TV shows showed, you don't really need a mom. It's okay. She can go to work. Little Joe didn't have a mom, and look at him. He grew up to be a teenage werewolf or something. He took the highway to heaven. You're on a highway to heaven. Or maybe I'm just crazy. I remember when I lost my mind. There's something so special about that place and time, sweetie. Do you remember when you wanted to see? When I went crazy? I've gone crazy a few times. I went crazy when I discovered that they lied about the shape of the earth. Blew my mind, and society thought, oh, he went crazy. Went crazy when my cat died. I was so sad, I was in grief. Didn't care about anything. Just cried and face on the floor. Praying to God. Craziness, man. When you're drunk, you're pretty crazy, huh? Yeah. I've been crazy many times. Squaby is the short res version of the Ojibwe word for being drunk. Squaby. What's the real word? I don't know. Probably like squabish he was. Yeah, something like that. But we always call it just getting squaby. Oh, he's getting drunk and he wants to fight. He's all squaby. But he wanted to see. Crazy. You don't have to listen to a person who's, oh, he's crazy. He can't think straight. He has crazy ideas. But you can be sick in the mind. I think a lot of us are sick in the mind just watching TV. I know I've been sick in the mind that way. Because here's another thing, sweetie. What's that? I don't think it's crazy to have grief. To be sad is not to be out of balance. I never said it was. Well, listen here, young lady. Ninishkadas, I'm mad. Because some people think being sad is to be crazy. They say, oh, he's out of balance. Look at him, he's sad, he's depressed. Well, guess what? Maybe that's the most appropriate response. Maybe those are just his genuine emotions in response to a sad life. Some things are really sad, you guys. It doesn't mean you're crazy just because you're the one guy in the room not laughing and carrying on, dancing. Hey, everything's great. Woo, we won the Super Bowl. What, are you sad? Oh, you must be crazy. No. You can be gosh gandom. It's only crazy. It's only out of balanced mind when is it mental illness, sweetie? Good question. What's a good answer? I have no idea. Your grandma dies. You're supposed to be sad. You don't have to run out and nobody prescribes antidepressants to a kid whose mom just died. I was like, oh, hey, hold on, son. I'm here. The cops show up at the door. Oh, we're very sorry. Your mom, she died in a car accident. Here's the remains of her head. Her head was cut off and rolled across the hood ornament. I thought you might want this back. And they hand you the head of your mom who died. What? Or something like that. Naturally you're going to be sad. You might be a little mad at the cops. Like, don't be giving my mom's decapitated head. What is this? Now I'm scared. What else are you going to show me? What's in the box? If life deals you some stuff to be sad about, that's okay. Be sad. When, I guess each person has to decide when it's enough. Your sadness is there for a reason. It's a response to something. Sometimes it'll open you up, open up your heart. You want to get creative sometimes. You want to write a great love song. You got it good and sad, It's okay. It does. People don't like to say this anymore. It's not fashionable, but I've been an artist long enough to admit that your sadness is actually good fuel for creativity. Your anger, I think that's better fuel for like athletics, for lifting heavy stuff. I mean, angry people will make heavy metal music or whatever, but I don't think it's the most creative thing I've ever heard. Angry music. Getting mad, being destructive against something. It's hard to be creative and mad. But you can be sad and be very creative. It's hard to be creative when you're scared. Because then people are just kind of in, what do you call it? Survival mode. We are the rolling prairies where they made a little house on the prairie. Where are the rolling prairies? I think they're down in Oak Grove. And I don't know where they probably made Little House on the Prairie in California. You like to pretend they filmed that in Minnesota, but I never actually heard that they did that. There was a couple of those old Little House on the Prairies too, where Laura gets lost in the mountains, and you're going, how far away did she walk to be in the mountains? She's up there with the snow. We don't have that kind of mountains in Minnesota. For as much snow that we get, our ski resorts are pretty modest. They're more like sledding hills. Minnesota's kind of flat because of all the lakes and stuff, mountains. Little House reruns might be banned in the UK and Canada because Mary Ingalls' character reads from the Old Testament occasionally. Yeah. That's another great thing about Little House on the Prairie. That's why my grandma always loved it too. She would read the book. She had read the books many times. My grandma was a school teacher, so she'd teach Laura Ingalls Wilder books. But, that Laura Ingalls, like everybody in those days, very religious people, She'd read from the Old Testament. I even saw a Bonanza once where they challenged the shape of the earth. There was an old Bonanza, I think it was Bonanza, where a lady was teaching that the earth was round, and some old-fashioned Bible-banging people got mad at her and wanted to arrest her. And somehow the enlightened cowboys were like, hey, easy now, ladies. What does the Bible teach us about the earth? Take it easy, Hoss. Gosh, again, I'm sad. And then, guy, I'm so sad. But this God, is he mad? That's the problem with men sometimes. What's that? We're not good at expressing our sadness. We're better at expressing our anger. Men are pretty comfortable being violent, throwing something across the room. Arr! I can't believe the Vikings lost again. Arr! But if somebody sees you crying because the Vikings lost, they're going to beat you up. And you better be scared. Zay Gizzy. Men, we got two speeds, sad and mad. We can't even be happy. What do you mean? When's the last time you saw a guy just walking around with a big smile on his face? If a guy's smiling, you assume he's crazy. In this messed up world, sweetie. Do you want it, is he? Oh, that guy must be crazy. Look at me, grinning like an idiot. He's either crazy or he's dumb. Why? Because he's happy? Yeah. That's crazy. When you can't even recognize a person just from genuine happiness. You think, oh, he must be drunk. But I have to admit, I don't walk around with a big smile on my face. I don't want people to think I'm drunk or on drugs. I remember when I saw E.T. Yeah. I saw it in the theater. And in the end, I was crying. But I didn't want people to think I was crying, so I pretended I was high. No, you didn't. Yeah, I did. I didn't want my friends to know I was crying at E.T. I don't mind admitting it now. But the movie E.T. made me cry. E.T. phone home. Ouch. Ouch. E.T. Actually, E.T. is pretty creepy when you look at it now. I don't like his relationship with that boy. Really? Nah. You gotta figure E.T. is a grown adult on his planet. He's walking around in the nude, touching his glowing fingers. I'll be right here. Anything Spielberg does gets my, I get scared, Ziggy. All Spielberg stuff has creepy child stuff in it. You know. All the boys he chooses in his movies are always kind of pretty boys. Ooh. I don't like it. Steven Spielberg, I got my eye on you. Laura Ingalls asked her mom, if you don't like Indians, why did we move here? A few days later, her dad replied, and I'm not repeating it. If you don't like Indians, why move here? I didn't realize Laura Ingalls' mom didn't like Indians. You didn't see Indians much on Laura Ingalls. But I imagine it was rather segregated in those days. I don't think there was a lot of Indians just, going to the one-room schoolhouse in town. But that's always been my criticism of Garrison Keillor. Yeah. Garrison Keillor, for people outside of Minnesota, used to be a radio show host, and he'd always tell stories. He had sometimes I think about him when we're doing our show, because he'd mix music and storytelling, and the stories would always be about small town Minnesota. Oh, it's been a slow week in Lake Wobegon. Lake Wobegon. It kind of sounded like an Ojibwe word, Wobegon. Like Winnebagosh or Winnebagoshin. Lake Winnie? Like Winnebagosh? Winnebagoshi? What is that name of that lake? I don't know. Lake Winnie. Winnebagoshish. Winnebagoshish. Lake Wobegon kind of sounded Ojibwe, but it's not. It means woe begone. Like, woe is me. Oh, woe is me. I'm so sad. Gosh, kingdom. But instead it was, woe be gone. Your woes will be gone once you come to this little town on a prairie in central Minnesota, where seldom is heard a discouraging word. And even more seldom will be the mention of a Native American anywhere in Minnesota. For 35 years or however long that show was, Garrison Keillor told stories about life in small town Minnesota without ever mentioning Indian people at all. This should have been at least once, Oh, it's been a slow week it's been a quiet week in Lake Wobegon, except for the annual 4th of July powwow or something. But, no. Then he finally got Me Too'd out of a job and a career, and public radio won't mention his name again. After all those heartwarming small town stories, Garrison Keillor became an old man, playing grab ass at work, and so they fired him. Yeah. Oh, I was so mad. Nish Gadazi. You guys bring back Garrison Keillor. I don't like listening to what's the other show on public radio? Car Talk? Car Talk. Or This Modern Life. I haven't listened to public radio in a while. I wonder if those are still shows. Could be. La 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 la. Zagame, BOOZHOO, Zagame. Hey, Zagame. Zagame says, Nanaboozhoo, any new picks to share with us today? New picks? Today's supposed to be a dig, if you will, a picture. I'm sorry, you guys. Here's a picture of John Denver. I was going to have him call in, but maybe we should just look at his picture instead. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there. This is John Denver. This is what cool used to look like in the 70s, you guys. This shirt, you can't even find a shirt like this anymore. This is known as a hippie shirt. And he had, I don't know, it's got flowers on it. John Denver. All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. John Denver is standing there outside your door. He hates to wake you up to say goodbye, but the dawn is breaking, it's early morn. The taxi's waiting, he's blowing his horn. Already I'm so lonesome, I could die. John Denver. John Denver eventually died from drunk flying. Drunk flying? Yep. He had lost his driving license 3 times. No, he had 3 DUIs. 3 strikes, you're out. He lost his flying pilot's license too. But got all boozed up one day and he was like, hey, I'm leaving on this jet plane. Got in there and crashed it and died. Or so the media would want you to believe. Could have been an Illuminati hit. I don't think he was 27, so he wouldn't have been part of that group. But Shady Side says, speaking of Muppets, the coach of the Calgary Flames actually looks like Gonzo. Not as nifty as the Minnesota Wild's coach, Gonzo. I think Gonzo's transgender now. At least Baby Gonzo was. That whole episode where Baby Gonzo comes out as a dress-wearing sodomite. So, Ruby, I'll have... Mindy Moyer, how you doing? Nijikwe. Never realized that, but you're right. Oh, I'm reading backwards again, sweetie. You better not read backwards. But John Denver, so yeah. Big pop star, I guess. You know, nobody thinks of him as a rock star because he played acoustic guitar. But he wrote a lot of really popular songs like Leaving on a Jet Plane, Country Roads, Thank God I'm a Country Boy. Well, I got my son and I got my fiddle. Life's alright, got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank goodness I'm a country boy. I don't want to say thank God for some reason. How come? Because I think John Denver's God was Satan. What? Why did you say that? I think John Denver must have sold his soul to the devil for riches and fame. Yeah. And then the devil came to collect what was his. He wanted John Denver's soul. And so he took it. Made him crash his plane. Made him get all drunk. Fly away. Or that could have been staged too. I don't know. It's so hard to know what to believe in. Give me something to believe in. Anyway, John Denver is almost as big as Kiss. Huh, Paul? Yeah, but Kiss was the hottest band in the land. Hey, everybody, Paul Stanley. Hey, everybody, how you doing? I can't hear you. We're going to get this place hotter than hell. No, we're not. It's pretty hot up here with that fire on. Oh, yeah. But, yeah, John Denver. Anyway, here's a song by Kiss. And let's let you get up here, huh, sweetie? Okay. Up next, the lovely and the talented Natasha. Hey, Paul, we're going to do rock and roll night and party every day. All right.
So, yeah. Anyway.
You show us everything you've got. You keep on dancing and the room gets hot. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You say you wanna go for a spin. The party's just begun, we'll let you in. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You keep on shouting, you keep on shouting. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day.
You keep on saying you'll be mine for a while. You're looking fancy and I like your style. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy.
And you show us everything you've got. Oh, baby, baby, that's quite a lot. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You keep on shouting, you keep on shouting. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day.
BOOZHOO! Hey, everybody. Natasha Nindish. Natasha is my name. And I just thought I'd step outside for a second. Such a beautiful day. Warming up a little bit every day. I don't think it's going to be in the 30s yet. Not till next week. And I know it's going to be like 10 below tomorrow. But that's only for like an hour or two. And then it's going to warm up again. So I'm grateful for the weather. Miigwech ga easy way buck. Ga easy way. Thank you for the weather, Kichimanadu. Miigwech ga easy way buck. Miigwech ga easy ga kina keku. Ga easy chike anungum. Thank you for everything that you do today. Miigwech for ga easy surrealist. Kaiji Junia, Miigwech surrealist. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Miigwech Kaiji Bamadaziyan, Gichimanadu. Thank you for my life. Gichimanadu. Taka we tuka wishin. Andom and away nungom. Please help me to speak well today. Help me to be funny. Help me to be entertaining. Help me to, I don't know, to do whatever the thing is I'm supposed to do today. Miigwech. Gaiji Bamadaziyan. Thank you for my life, Creator. Abe Inge. Odapanani we asema. Amen.
Dasho dapanani we asema, and accept my tobacco. Yeah, you know, it's been a long winter. It's been a long 2 years. I don't know if this is the anniversary yet of 2 years to slow the spread or whatever. But I think it's been 2 years. I feel crazy, gewada dizzy, when sometimes I go, was that 1 year or 2 years? Pretty sure it's been 2 years of this weird chapter. And it didn't all start at once, but it started quickly. Where there was like, we went from the old thing to when we started watching the news every night to go, what's going on now? We gotta wear a mask? Are they running out of toilet paper? Do we have to take the shot? Are we crazy if we don't? Are we sad if we do? Are we gonna regret this? I don't know. So weird. But at the same time, now World War III is starting, they say. And I don't really understand it. And part of me thinks there's nothing I can do to make it stop or whatever. But I guess we'll see. Anyway, Creator, please protect me from evil. Please keep me from what is evil. Ina ma wishanung maya nadak. Help me not to, I don't know, make things worse. Anyway, I think I'm going to go back.
Okay, BOOZHOO.
Hi, sweetie.
Hey, honey. Do you want me to teleport you back home?
Would you mind?
Not at all. Hang on, I'm going to scan for your coordinates.
Okay.
All right, I'm locking in on your coordinates. 1 to teleport.
Make it so, number 1.
Hey, welcome back.
Thank you, sweetie.
I was outside.
It's beautiful. It's just a little chilly, but it's really nice. It's clear sky. Well, there's some clouds, but a little breezy, but pretty. I don't know. I prayed a little bit, put out some tobacco. Kitchen Manadu told me that Surrealist gave us another big old super chat.
Okay, miigwech Surrealist.
Yeah, thanks a lot. What's she right? Miigwech for more than 1,300 awesome videos. We've done 1,300 videos now, sweetie.
Is that right?
That's insane. 1,300 videos. Well, I suppose that makes sense. We've done almost one a day for over a year. That's 350. And multiply that by about 4 years worth of almost daily just short videos. So what is 300 times 4? 1,200? Yeah, there you go. We're up to 1,300 videos. Wow. Miigwech. That's a big deal, you guys. No, it's not. It's totally not a big deal. But for us, should we look at the original video? Right now, today, for, dig, if you will, a picture day. This is, okay, so 4 years ago. I will never be able to find it now. 4 years ago, we had this big old idea of, okay, here's Owen and Geen. Owen and Geen. This is back when you were black.
Yeah, that was when I was African American.
That flute sounds an awful awful lot like the harmonica.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Ani Jonashanabe dog.
So 4 years ago now. Yeah, I guess it has been 4 years. We started the show. It'll look like that. And there were only like 4-minute videos or something. And the lighting, we learned so much like about lighting. If you don't use the right camera and you have light in the background rather than in front of you, it'll make a brown person look black. But so 4 years ago we decided, hey, Michael's got these books for sale, but nobody knows how to pronounce the words like BOOZHOO, BOOZHOO, Z-H, Z. And so we thought, well, why not? We'll make a show. We'll call it BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO after NANABOOZHOO, and we could teach some Ojibwe words. And along the way, we started telling jokes, playing some music. It just kind of grew into this thing, and now we got 1,300 videos out there. I've learned too, basically, if you ever Google like an Ojibwe phrase for something, you're going to see one of our pictures.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like on Google. We've done so many videos now that we're the answer to a lot of those questions of, how do you say I love you in Ojibwe? And be like, oh, not a BOOZHOO video. I mean, you and I flirting with each other.
Yeah.
Anyway, miigwech so much to everyone who's been with us on this little goofy journey. We really appreciate it. It's been really fun to do. It's more than just fun. It's been like a way of life. In some ways, it's kind of I tell my friends it's like my childhood dreams have come true. You know, when I was little, I wanted to be something creative, you know. I wanted to be an entertainer, or a singer, or a comedian, or an actress, or something. I wanted to be, you know, on this side of the camera. I wanted to be underneath the spotlight. And just creatively and stuff. You know, now that we do this show, I don't have any desire. I'm not dreaming of becoming anything else. I'm not like, well, this is fine for now, but one day when I can be blah, 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 then I'll be happy. I don't do that anymore. I'm just happy doing this. Sunny day. And if you would like to support us, we have links in the description too. We do accept super chats just during the live stream. And who knows when we come on.
I know.
This used to be like a daily morning show. And now sometimes we come on at like 10 in the afternoon. Sometimes we come on in the evening. I don't know what's going on there. But you can leave a super chat, or you can sign up on Patreon, PayPal, or GoFundMe. Links are in the description. And Michael has books for sale, like Dog in My Ingun. It's a counting book. And Little Cutie, a Teddy Bear's Vision Quest, is like a short story picture book. I mean, it's illustrated, but it's how would you describe it?
I don't know. Are the Winnie the Pooh books like that?
Yeah, it's probably something like Winnie the Pooh. You know, like kids can read it, and it's illustrated for kids. But it's probably better off if a grown-up reads it to a kid. You know, like the language is kind of adult. I mean, there's no swearing or anything, but it's a real story. And then Michael's also has a coloring book called An English Ojibwe Coloring Book. And it teaches Ojibwe words. Oh, by the way, somebody was asking, what is that? Yay, give me one. Yay, he's saying, yay, it's raining. He's actually happy that it's raining. It's a skunk dancing in the rain, and little fox, Wagosh. He's got an umbrella. So, that's about that level of Ojibwe you're going to learn.
But those are all available on Amazon.com. And I think that's all the time we have for today, sweetie. Is that an hour? Yep. Do you want to take a call real quick? I don't know. Who is it? Kamala Harris. No, let's talk to her tomorrow. All right. I'm in too good of a mood to talk to that cackling weirdo. All right. Michael, do you want to add anything before I sign out? I told him I said thanks. Sure. Michael Lyons would like to say, Miigwech. And you too? Yeah, me too. Miigwech, Gakina. Thank you, everyone. And I would like to say, Miigwech Ganawabi Egg. Thank you for watching BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. This over here. This is NANABOOZHOO. Okay, miigwech. And this is Michael Lyons, the rock star cartoonist. Thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow. And yeah, I will see you again. Gigawabamin Minowa. Oh, sweetie, could you do me a solid and teleport me to the kitchen? You gonna go make me some breakfast? That's gonna get me a cup of coffee. You want one? Sure. All right. See you tomorrow. One to teleport. Make it so, number one. No.